Yo, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's everybody doing tonight, man? Can I get a mic check right quick, fellas? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
I have the power! You are now listening to Boomtown Beats.
Yo, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's all my retainers doing tonight, man? I said, how is all my retainers doing tonight, man? It's your main man in the building, holding all the stacks of a million, bro. The Shave Lion King, bro. And I'm back here just to rap with you guys tonight. You know how I do when I do. I'm here to talk to you guys about a couple topics, man. It ain't gonna be too serious tonight, man, but I definitely want to get this message out. It was something that the Most High told me to go ahead and dig in my archives, bro, and bring back to the top of the pile, bro, and give it to my fellas as a warning out here in 2025. I want you guys to understand something. You guys already heard me speak about it. You guys have heard me talk about it multiple times. You guys know I don't trust no one as it is. And you definitely shouldn't be trusting people out here in 2025, bro. Listen to me carefully, fellas. This is game from the big OG, bro. We are in the end days, fellas. Okay. We are in the end days, fellas. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? I believe in the Bible. I believe it's in the second Timothy, if I was right. Right. It warns about during the last days, people will exhibit negative behaviors. You know what I'm saying? Such as self-centeredness. Okay. They will love themselves and prioritize their own desires over others. Doesn't that sound familiar, bro? Okay. There will be disobedience, bro. These people will be out here, bro, with disobedience, bro. All right. They will not obey their parents, bro, and they will disrespect anything that is good. Does that sound familiar, bro? Do how many young ones do we have out here that hate their parents, bro? based off of trends that they done seen on social media, based off of, their own parents' upbringings and things and traumas that they had to go through. Okay. We are in one of the worst eras, bro, where people are going to take self accountability, bro. Okay. And work on this process of what I like to call healing. There ain't nobody doing this no more, bro. Okay. We got family fighting on family out here, bro. Okay. This is why I said you can't trust nobody in 2025, bro. Okay. There will be deceit. All right. Do you understand that, bro? There will be deceit, bro. They will tell lies and act without self control, leading to cruelty and hatred for good, bro. Letting on. See, that just went right over your head, bro. Let me go ahead and rewind that back so that'll sit in a little bit better with your player. Okay. There will be deceit. They will tell lies and act without self control, leading to cruelty and hatred for good. Boy, this is what's going to tie into my subject today, bro. Okay. There's so much stuff that I got to tell you that's going on out here in 2025, bro, that you should just be out here on your grind, bro, retaining your seed, bro, focusing on yourself, bro. Okay. Because I'm telling you, man, the evil is at every corner, bro. All right. They're out there recruiting, bro, and they're getting people left and right. When I tell you it's the last days, it's the last days, bro. Okay. They may appear to serve God, but will not accept his power to help them. Okay. Understand that, bro. They will appear to serve God, but will not accept his power to help them. Now, I want you guys to think about what I'm telling you here. Okay. There's so many people out here walking around with the front, bro, like good people that will be out here that'll have your back to the end, like Chucky, bro, your friend to the end, bro. This is not what's happening out here today, fellas. We are in what we call the end days, bro. And it just is not safe out here, man. Okay. Let me tell you something. I want to ask you guys a serious question here. All right. How many of you guys out there have real friends, bro? How many of you out there have real friends, bro? I guarantee you right now, if you sitting here watching this stream tonight, bro, I guarantee, bro, you can look down at your one hand, bro, and I guarantee you'll have less amount of friends than the fingers than you have on that hand, bro. Okay. And if you don't, there's going to be a big eyebrow raised on what kind of person you are, bro, because you're one of those people who I like to call who done joined the buddy club. Okay, you don't join the buddy club because you got all these friends. Ain't nobody got no real friends out here, bro. People are stabbing people in the back. People are getting new friends, bro. Like they go to the mall and buy new underwear. Okay, I'm telling you the facts, bro. People are using people out here. I told you what's going on, guys. We are in survival mode in 2025, bro. All right, we are ants in a big old bowl, bro, and they have just been shaking us up, bro, and getting us all aggressive, man. And we can never be able to focus, bro. We can never be able to get ahead. Every single time we build, every single time we feel like we done got up, bro, somebody don't come through and pull the rug from out from underneath us, bro. And then we got to start all over. This is what it feels like here in the United States, bro. Okay. And this is why I'm trying to tell you, bro. How many of you guys out there have friends? I'm going to tell you guys a true story. I'm going to tell you a few true stories, bro. Okay. On how I learned how you should not be trusting anybody. And you definitely shouldn't be out here trying to act like you got friends, bro, because I'm telling you, man, all it's going to take is one time. All it's going to take, bro, all right, is something to go down, man, where these people got to defend their own life, bro, okay? And they're just going to tell and give up on everybody. This is what I done seen, bro, throughout my years here on this planet, man, okay? I have been one of the most upstanding guys that I known amongst my friends back in the day, bro, okay? And I end up getting did the dirtiest. Okay, the dirtiest, bro. Let me tell you a couple of stories, man. All right, here goes this one time, man. All right, this one time we was hanging out with one of my buddies. I'm gonna call his name Justin. We was hanging out with one of my buddies named Justin. Right, Justin threw a big old party for New Year's. Okay, Justin had all his friends come. I was one of Justin's good friends, bro. Right, Justin had all his good friends, bro. But you gotta understand, Justin is one of them guys who was a really cool dude, bro. He kind of reminded of me. That's why I'm sitting here telling you he's my friend, because he kind of reminded me of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people that just go out there and just choose a whole bunch of people and try to be friends. That is not me. That's not how I get down, bro. Okay. We got to have a lot in common. We got to share a lot of things in life. Okay. And Justin was one of my good friends, bro. All right. And Justin's dad had went away for, I think he went away for a few weeks, and Justin decided to throw this big party at his dad's house because his dad had this big ass nice house, bro. I'm talking about like over $1 million home. And I'm talking back, this was back in like in the 90s, the late 90s, you know what I'm saying? And he had this big old house, bro. Okay. It was so nice, man. Justin ended up inviting all of his friends, bro. Okay. When I tell you there was at least 150 to 200 people that showed up at this party, bro, I kid you not. It was one of the biggest parties that we had over there. Okay. And it was live, bro. There were so many people there. There were so many groups, so many people I knew. And let me tell you something. I learned this back in high school, bro. Okay. You learned this by going to the parties back in high school. You guys should know what I'm talking about. All you guys done an experience going to a party. All you guys done an experience having so-called friends, and you know what it's like to walk into the party. Okay. Just picture it like Juice. Okay. The movie Juice, when they walking into the party, right? And everybody's giving each other dap and acting like they know each other. You guys know what I'm talking about. You get the flow, you get the picture of what I'm telling you. So we're in this party, bro, and it's just like that. You're walking through, you're seeing all different groups of people. You're giving different groups of people dap. You're saying what's up to this group. You're saying what's up to that group. You're getting the vibe. You're feeling it, bro. Okay. And during that time, I could tell, bro, that everybody wasn't my friend. Okay. Way back then, I could tell, bro, that everybody wasn't my friend. Okay. Because you'd have some dudes that would give you dap. You'd have some dudes that will just give you a fist bump. You got some dudes that wouldn't give you no dap or no fist bump. They just give you the head nod. You have some dudes that act like they don't see you. You guys know what I'm talking about, bro. But see, my friend Justin here, bro, has all these people at his party that are assuming that they're friends with him because he has this big ass house. Okay. Listen to me carefully. This is how you know if you're going to have real friends, bro. Okay. So like I said, he has all these people at the party, bro. Okay. And I'm, like I said, I'm best friends with Justin. So you already know I'm going to be cool with all these other people. And as I'm going through, I'm seeing this, I'm getting this type of vibe from the environment. You know what I'm saying? So we end up hanging out and getting hella drunk. Okay. We end up getting tossed at my man's party, bro. Okay. That thing lasted to like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Now, here's what I want you to understand. When Justin was throwing this party, bro, all these so-called friends just trashed my man's house, bro. Okay. When I talk about trash this house, bro, I'm talking about this was $1 million house, bro. And they trashed this house, bro. They spilled alcohol all over the carpets, bro. They put holes in the wall, bro. They were burning blunts in every single room, bro. Okay. They was throw up. There was stuff all over the walls, bro. There was tracking mud and dirt in and out of the house. Some of the curtains were all pulled down. One of the doors got broken. They was in the garage getting in the SHIT, damaging the garages. Okay. End up costing almost, I think it was like $40,000-$50,000 in damage, bro. Okay. To my friend Justin's house. Now, here's what I want you to hear. Okay. This is what we're saying. Everybody here at this party was a friend. Remember what I just told you. Everybody here at this party was a so-called friend. So guess what? We shouldn't have no so-called problems. All right. We're getting some of the things fixed in this house. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Well, later when Justin's dad came home, he was furious, bro. Okay. He was furious, bro. Okay. Justin's dad was a cool ass dude, man. He was laid back, bro. He was chill. He was never into no drama. You could damn near get away with anything around Justin's dad, bro. But when he came back, bro, he was furious of the damages that was done to his house. Okay. Now, here's where the story gets good. Okay. So after all this goes down, they get all the damage. Justin gets in trouble. Damn near dad banished him from his house, bro. I'm not even kidding you, bro. Dad banished him from his house, bro. His relationship with his dad went south after that, bro. You know, and I feel kind of bad for him though, because I felt like his dad should have came at it with a more mature level. I understand he did damage and like that, but you don't damage, your relationship with your son over something material, bro. Okay. He did do what he did, and you could have a lifelong grudge against him, but you don't banish your son, bro. But that's what ended up happening to him, man. Right. And all his friends, so-called friends, didn't pay for nothing, bro. Okay. They didn't even offer to come over and fix and help anything. This is what I'm telling you guys, bro. Listen to me carefully in 2025, because the people are out here are way worse than this, bro. Okay. They're way worse than this. Your own family members, bro. Okay. Your own family members will do you dirty, bro, just like this. Okay. So nobody helped my man with his house, bro. All right. He ended up having to pay all his dad that all the way back, bro. I remember my man worked clear up until he was out of high school before he ended up paying his dad back that debt. Okay. And not one person, not one of his friends, not one of his homies, not one of the people who was in his house disrespecting his house, acting like he's his homeboy. Listen, if you my homeboy, you're not going to be up in my SHIT destroying my house, bro. Okay, you're going to have more respect than that. But again, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to show you. If this has been happening since I was a youth, imagine what's going on right now when we in these end times. When I just read to you, the world is full of nothing but liars, bro. Okay, deceitful people and their low vibrational energy, bro. Imagine how the world is going to be. Okay, the world is not going to be a trustable place, bro. Let me tell you guys something, man. All right, a lot of people are not gonna understand this, but I want you to listen with your ears very closely what I'm about to tell you, because this is what's going on out here in 2025, and this is definitely why you can't trust no friends out here, bro. Because everybody, bro, is playing behind the mask in 2025. I don't care who it is, bro. I don't care who it is, bro. Everybody out here got to be in some sort of level of ego to protect themselves in this radical world, bro. But see, what happens is most of the time, a lot of people out here don't understand how to work with that character, bro, and understand, bro, that that's just a mask, and that isn't something that you should be holding on to. Okay, but what's happening is a lot of people out here, bro, are selling out, bro. And I told you, they're selling that soul. They selling out, bro. How are they selling out and they selling that soul, bro? Why? Because most of these people out here are concerned about survival. They're concerned about money. They're concerned about image. Okay. They're concerned about all of these things that really don't matter. And they will use somebody else to get where it is that they're trying to get to. And this is what most of your friends will do. I've had so many friends in my lifetime, dude, use me like this. Okay. So many people that I trusted, so many people I let in my life, bro. So many people that I loved, bro. So many people that I cared about, bro. So many people, bro, what I would do anything for, bro. Okay. Turned around and used me, man, and abused me, bro. Okay. And these were some of the closest people to me. I'm talking about people closer to me than my friends, bro. Okay. We're doing this. And here's what I see. I see in 2025, bro, that this is happening everywhere you go. There is no more real friends out here in 2025, people. I want you to understand that, bro. Everybody out here has got their own agenda. You got to understand, man, this is survival mode. Okay. There's a lot of tactics going on out here that are getting people to lose themselves, bro. Okay. And what they will do, bro, is they will use other people as a stepping stone, bro, to get what it is they're trying to get out of life, bro. Okay. I've seen it. It happened to me. It happened to some of my best friends, bro. Okay. Every person I talk to is done said they done had a best friend do them completely dirty in 2025, bro. I'm talking about set up, bro. I'm talking about robbed, bro. I'm talking about jacked, bro. I'm talking about slept with their best friend, bro. Okay. I'm talking about every scenario that you can think of. Okay. Is happening and taking place in 2025 due to this so-called word that we call friends. All right. You cannot trust people in 2025. Okay. People are cutthroat in 2025. I told you they're all in their survival energy, bro. You must understand that. Okay. And in order for you to walk through this world in 2025, okay, you're going to have to understand a few things. Okay. You got to understand that there's a monopoly game in play right now, bro. Okay. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to load up two sides. Okay. There's the good and there's the evil. I told you, bro. This is the way the world is, bro. And unfortunately, the evil side of this world, bro, is doing a better job at recruiting more people on their side than all the good people getting together in one group and rising up and protecting themselves. So what you have is you have two football teams out here, bro, and one's doing a way better job of managing the team, bro. Okay, one of the teams over here in the black, bro, has done won Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Okay, because they understand the tactics of recruiting people. Okay, they understand these things. Okay, this is why we got to wake up in 2025 and understand there's a spiritual war out here. You have to protect your mind. Okay, you got to protect your energy, bro. And the only way you guys are going to do that is by raising your frequency. This is why I've been pressing for the last year, 2 years, bro, on the importance of diet, okay, on the importance of retaining your sexual life force energy, bro, because as I said, when you raise your frequency, bro, you have an ability to see things, okay? You have an ability to see things that you once might not have seen when your energy was lower, bro. Okay, you don't understand when your energy is low vibrational and low frequency, you're not seeing the high vibrational stuff, my guy. You're seeing all the low vibrational stuff. You're seeing everything that's keeping you in that frequency, man. Okay, and this is what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm about to do real quick, you guys, I'm gonna play a couple videos right here and we're gonna react to them. Okay, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell you my second story. Okay, but I want you guys to listen why it's important for you to understand, man, that many of us out here in 2025, bro, do not have friends. Okay, friends are not real anymore in 2025, people. Okay, I'm telling you right now, bro, you go out there, you're gonna get burned, you're gonna get used, you're gonna get abused. You're trading your family in for friends. Friends are not gonna be around to the end. Okay, but I can guarantee you, if you have a mother or a father, okay, that really cares about you in your life, and I mean really cares about you, all right, and makes you take accountability, raised you balanced and well. If you have somebody out there that's really like that, okay, then you might have a friend or two. Okay, but everybody else that's out here going to the clubs, everybody out here that's going out every weekend, going bowling, going golfing, hanging out with all these people thinking that you're really your friends, they're not really your friends. These are your associates, bro. And at any given time, okay, these people can easily turn on you. Okay, these people will easily turn on you. Okay, I told you everybody has a price, bro. And we're in the time right now where I told you everybody's in the low red energy and the survival energy, bro. And they're showing you their true colors. So check out these videos real quick, and I'm going to come right back and we're going to talk about it.
Instead of my man, sister, my friend, I know I was upset, I was hurt, but I learned the lesson though. You get what I'm saying? I learned to never trust no dude with nothing. I learned to watch who I fuck with. Never trust no nigga for nothing, bro. Period, bro. You get what I'm saying? I ain't never put my trust in no man after the stuff people done did to me. I done had people break into my house while I wasn't there, invade my own privacy and stuff, steal from us, steal from my family and stuff like that. I don't have people do all kind of stuff to me. Don't ever trust no man, period. I sat and I learned. I took all them L's like a man. I took all them L's to the chin. I learned. I learned about people, and I just sit here and I don't trust nobody. I don't put your trust in nobody. Maybe like the only person I trust probably is my mother. I don't trust nobody. Friend, family, anything like that, because people will do you like that. You gotta watch who you call your friend and who you let be your friend, because people could be into all kind of bullshit or drama and bring you into it just because you associate with this person the whole time. You ain't got nothing to do with anything. Like you.
So I want you to hear what he just said, and this is where I'm about to drop the truth bomb on you. Okay, listen. All right. He just sat there and broke it to you. He said, you don't understand what any of these people are into. Okay. You don't understand what any of these people are into. You don't understand what your friend goes and does on his spare time. You don't understand what your friend does, okay, when he goes on home on his weekends. You don't understand anything like that, bro. And we're so quick to walk out here and call people our friends. Okay. And it's even the worst case because most of us go out here and we get a good career, we get a good job. Okay. We get around these people who are making this money. And now all of a sudden we're calling these people our friends. That's like so ass backwards, bro. Okay. This is what we are being taught to do. This is what we're being done. Okay. We're out here thinking we can befriend everybody. And that's just not the case, bro. Okay. You heard what he said. He said he's been set up by family. He's been set up by friends. The only other person that he can even so-called trust is his mom. And I just sat up there and told you that was my same thing that I thought, okay? Because I've sat there and I've analyzed it. I've analyzed it and I've gone through every single thing that I've gone through in my life, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, all my friends have done me the dirtiest, bro. Okay. The absolute dirtiest, left me hanging dry, bro. Okay. You know, there was a time there, bro, where I thought I would ride for my friends, man. Okay. I wouldn't snitch on my friends. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I remember this one time I was in beauty school, bro, and this iPad came up missing from the teacher's office. Listen to me carefully, guys. Listen to me carefully. This iPad came up missing from the teacher's office, right? And when the iPad came up missing for this teacher's office, me and this one dude so happened to leave. We just so happened to go to lunch at the time that this iPad came up missing. Okay. And when we came back, we have everybody looking at us like something's up between me and this dude that I was with because this iPad came up missing. Right now, I straight up said, hey, I didn't steal nothing. I said, you ain't gonna try to pin something like that on me. I go, I don't steal. I'm an honest person. I said, I don't steal. I go, I know there's got to be cameras up in here or something like that. You guys need to go check them cameras. Okay. So the dude with me, he said, yo, man, I didn't steal it either. I was like, okay, well, we both didn't steal it. Just because we left at this time doesn't mean we stole it, because I didn't see that this one dude had this iPad. Okay. But let me explain something weird to you that happened. Okay. So what we were going to go do on lunch, we were going to go burn a L. Okay. That's what we were going to go do. But my man said he needed to get some cash. Right. So he wanted me to take him down to a pawn shop real quick. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with y'all. Listen to this. Okay. So he wanted me to take him to the pawn shop real quick. I'm like, why the hell you want to go? I didn't even ask, because I'm just trying to get some fire, bro, and get back to class, right? So I take my man down to the pawn shop, bro. He goes in there, he does whatever he needs to do. He comes out, we run to grab his place, grab some fire. We end up coming back to school. Okay, when we get back to the school, we're confronted by the people at the school, and they're asking, what's up with this iPad? You know what I'm saying? And I told them straight up, I was like, I don't steal. I went right to the teacher, whoever it was. I don't remember whose it was, but I went right to the teacher. I said, I don't steal. I said, I didn't steal nothing. And I said, that's on everything I love. Is if you can look at your cameras, you can do whatever. I said, but me and my man did leave, and we did stop by. We did stop by a what do you call it? A pawn shop. I said, I don't know what he did in there. You know what I'm saying? But you said, since it's just us, you had to sit here and say it was just us two. What would you have done, fellas? What would you have said when you were sitting there being narrowed down to two people, okay, trying to say that something came up missing? All I did was share my story about what happened, right? Okay. So what we ended up finding out was, in fact, that dude did take the damn iPad. Okay. But here's the funny thing. The funny thing is, he was sitting here trying to call me a snitch. He was trying to call me a snitch, bro. All right. For clearing my name. Okay. Not understanding that I had this similar thing happen to me when I was younger, when I took the rap, when I didn't snitch for any of my homies. Okay. And I got stuck with a $10,000 bill, bro. Okay. See, this is what most of you guys don't understand. Okay, you don't understand this. This is why I say everybody ain't your friend. You can't trust nobody, bro. People are not your friends. I said when it comes down to it, bro, when something's on the line, bro, okay, they're gonna choose themselves every time. The friendship will no longer be there, bro. Trust me, this is what's gonna happen. I don't care how tight of friends you think you are. Okay, because as I told you guys, I took the rap for all of my friends back in high school, bro. Okay, my only thing on my record to this day, okay, is as bad as that, bro. Okay, because I got slapped with a $10,000 fine for not snitching on my friends. And here's the funny thing: I didn't even do anything. This. I'll put this on my life. I'll put this on my children's life. Okay, I did nothing. I was a bystander, bro. Okay, but since I was the only person standing there and not doing any of the actions, the people who saw the people doing that stuff to their house identified me because I stayed behind in the car, and they were able to look at the car and identify a so-called dark-skinned man. And I was the only dark-skinned man that went to my high school. So when the police and investigators showed up, guess who they came and grabbed? They came and grabbed me. And I didn't tell on any of my friends, bro. And guess what happened? I got hit with that big ass fine. None of my friends got in trouble because I didn't snitch. And guess what, bro? None of my friends came to my aid, came to my bat. None of my friends helped me pay that bill. I did absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, after all that, I lost every single one of them friends. Okay, and there was like 9 of them, bro. We were cool. We were so cool, bro. We hung out damn near every day. We were tight friends like that, bro. Okay. And all it took was this one incident, man. All right. And they all turned their back on me when I took the rap for them. This is what you don't understand. I took the rap for them. And this is why I grew up after that point, never taking the rap for anybody else again. And neither should you, whether someone's going to call you a snitch or not. If you really did not do something and 2 people are trying to point you 2 out as you know, as possible people who did the crime, then you should be opening your mouth, okay, and telling these people your side of the story. Because I'm telling you right now, only thing that's going to come of it, all right, is this other person selling you out. Where do you think that term snitch comes from? It comes from jail. It comes from people, best friends getting locked up doing a crime. Okay, 2 best friends get locked up doing a crime, bro, and they separate the 2 of them and they interrogate the 2 of them. And guess what ends up happening? 9 times out of the 10, one of the dudes snitch, bro, okay, and gets the other friend in trouble. And all it took was some pressure. All it took was, you know, some panic energy, okay, that they're not used to before they sell you out. And this is what I'm telling you guys is what's happening in 2025. Okay, you have people out here, man, all right, that are in fraternities, bro, that are in secret orders, that are in sororities, okay, that are in these buddy clubs, okay, and these your so-called friends, your so-called family members have sold out, bro, and they're not going to tell you, okay, their true, you know, their true agenda on what it is that they're doing. Okay, they have sold out. It's like going to the military. Okay, when you go to the military, there's certain things that you can't tell your spouse. So this is what I don't even understand, how you can't think that there's going to be infidelity in these types of relationships. There's not going to be problems. You're going to have problems out here no matter where you grow based on the rule set and structure of our society. Okay. And the way that we are raised, okay, we are raised to keep secrets, okay, we are raised to keep the truth, all right, from people that we're so-called in love with and so-called friends with. This is why you can't trust anybody. I've been trying to tell you guys since the beginning, bro, and most of you guys are going to learn that the hard way, bro. You're going to see, bro, that you can't trust nobody because the people that are actually your so-called friends are not even being who they really are. They're being actors. They're being actors like in the Truman Show, bro. They're playing a part of your life, bro. Okay, where they're being actors and they're not being truly authentic. The only time we had truly authentic friends, bro, is when we was back in grade school, bro. All right. When we was unaffected by the world, before we had a 9 to 5 job, bro, before we was releasing our sexual life force energy, bro, we were all in our high vibrational energy as youth. I want you to think about it, bro. We could just do things with our time, just like going riding a bike or going skipping some rocks down at the lake. Okay. We could do easy little simple things like that and be entertained. But now look how we are as adult in 2025. Okay. Our whole lifestyle has changed. And this is what I'm telling you guys. You guys got to understand, man, that we're living in a different time now. Okay. We're living in a far more radical world, bro. Okay. We're living in a time, bro, where we're seeing pews all over the TV. We're seeing all sorts of crimes. We're seeing all sorts of rated R movies. Okay. Our minds have been completely transformed, bro. Okay. By all of this stuff in our society, man. Okay, you got to understand, everybody's not stable and normal no more, man. And this is where I'm telling you, so many people are untrustable based off of the norms and the things that we've been subject to in our society. You must understand that first and foremost, bro. Okay. And understand on why we're out here doing this journey of self-improvement, why we're out here on this journey of solitude, why we're out here, bro, raising our frequency during this time. Because if you don't, you're going to be one of these people who get caught up. Okay. You're going to be the next victim, bro, thinking that you can trust someone just because they're laughing and smiling with you. That doesn't mean they're your friend. Okay. I want to read to you some of the qualities of a friend. Okay. Because some of you guys seem to not understand some of the qualities of the friend. Okay. So listen to this, man. Here's some benefits of having true friends, bro. Number one, and first and foremost, is support. Okay. Having true friends can mean having an effective support system. True friends generally stick around during difficult times. Okay. Improve quality of life. Life without friends can be dull and lonely. It may even contribute to depression and other mental issues. Knowing you have true friends can improve your quality of life by adding moments of happiness, connection, and understanding. Promoting self-confidence. True friends are often there to motivate you and encourage you. They may remind you of your positive qualities and all you have to offer when your feelings are down, when the journey seems challenging. One of the qualities of a good friend may be that they stay by your side and help you overcome any challenges you experience. Honesty. Look, here's that key word that there's non-existent in 2025, because I just told you most of the people that you have met in 2025, based off of way the society has gone through some of these things already, and they're not being their honest, genuine person with you, meaning they're not telling you their true agenda, meaning that they're hiding stuff already from you. And this is how you know that these people are not going to be trustable, regardless of the oaths that they took. Okay, you got to understand that doesn't make it better, and that doesn't negate the fact, bro, that these people are not going to be able to be honest about what their true intentions are. Okay, I really want you to understand that a real friend can be honest with you, even when they have to say may be hard for you to hear. For example, a true friend may let you know if they notice that your partner seems to be treating you poorly, or if your new job seems to be bringing you down. This authenticity and honesty can contribute to a realistic perspective in life. And the last one, unconditional love. What is true friendship? True friendship may be defined as mutual unconditional love. This can be a different type of love than you might receive from your family or your partner. Real friends may show unconditional love and expect nothing in return. They may not judge you or think less of you. They will likely always have your back and support you through the thick and thin. So what you're hearing here, all right, is what we call these qualities that we seem to know as of good qualities of a good friend. Here's the problem. As I just told you, here's the problem. This is not what's happening in 2025. Okay. This is not what's happening in 2025, my people. Okay. I told you what's going on out here. Okay. People are being used. Okay. People are out here lost. People are out here defeated and depleted. Do you understand what kind of society that we're living in? Okay. There's a society full of drugs. There's a society full of people out here with mental disorders, okay, from the ways that they were raised. We have a society out here, okay, where people are getting sworn and taking oaths of secrecy, all right, to withhold information, okay, from loved ones, from family members, from friends, okay, making their agenda in your life completely different than what it is that you are perceiving. Okay. And then eventually, at one day, at one point in your life, these true colors will prevail. All of these people will end up letting you down. I don't know anybody to this day, okay, that has true, real friends from back in the day when they were in high school. Most of the people that I see out here in 2025 that are so-called friends have people who are associates on the job, okay, which is some of the worst group of friends that you can get, because that relationship is based off of the job. Okay. And if you know anything about a job, the minute you leave a job, people act like they don't know you. Okay. When I tell you guys what is going on out here in 2025, bro, all right, and you need to be aware and you need to be protecting your energy, bro, and you need to look down at the fact, bro, and understand, man, okay, that everybody is not your friend. Okay. Everybody is not your friend.
But you hang with these people, so now you associate with them. So now the people they into it with look at you as an enemy. Whole time you ain't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? After I learned that lesson, I never trust nobody. I ain't never get backdoor or snaked or stabbed in the back, whatever you want to call it, by nobody ever again. Ever since that time when my friend set me up and got me shot in the back of my house, I ain't even finna say his name or none of that, or anything like that. But I learned not to trust no man, period, bro. Still to this day, haven't got backdoor, snaked, or none of that stuff. My friends now, my friends that I got now, they some of my best friends and stuff. They talking about somebody irritating them or creeping them out or weirding them out because the way I act about certain stuff. Like they'd be like, oh, let me hold this type stuff. Like, let me, can I see that? And I'd be like, nope, this mine. You can't hold this. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm paranoid, bro. Because people done did all kind of stuff to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm paranoid. I don't want nobody to steal from me or rob nobody. I ain't gonna lie. I don't trust nobody. You can't hold my stuff. You can't borrow it. You can't do anything, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. My new friends, like friends I hang with now, everybody I hang with now, like, I wouldn't even let them come to my house. You couldn't even see where I stayed at because people was breaking into my crib because they was envious of the stuff that I was having. That's what made me different. That's what made me stop being all flash. I used to show money all on the gram, all on Facebook and stuff. I don't show no money on Facebook no more. I ain't flashy or none of that. Like the most I do is probably I put on a nice little outfit if you look on my Instagram, and I get my haircut.
So here's the last point that I want to make about this video. You're hearing, this is a young man, by the way. Okay. We're talking about a young man in his 20s. Okay. Here I am. I'm well older than this man. I have way more experience than this man. And I can sit here and tell you without 100% doubt, this is exactly some of the things that some of you guys out there are setting yourselves up for. Okay. You just heard this man say that he trusted people in his home. People came in and stole from him. He said he trusted, people with his life, and they turned his back on him. I'm going to give you guys a story that I've never told anybody. Okay. Listen to me. This is a story that I've never told anybody. I'm going to tell you why I have always been the way that I've been, because I learned at a very young age. Okay. I learned at a very young age, guys. Listen to what happened to me. Okay. So I used to hang out with all these people that I thought was my friends, and I had some cool ones too, bro. I used to hang out with 3 dudes all the time, bro. Everywhere we went, it was just us 3, bro. And I swear these dudes was my tightest friends, bro. I swear if anything were to ever go down, these dudes would have my back, right? Listen to the story. This is a true story, guys. This happened to me, man. This is what changed my life forever, bro. I'm telling you, this is what changed my life forever. So I used to hang out with all these dudes, right? Like I said, and they were like my best of boys, bro. We were so tight. We hung out every single day. I thought these dudes really had my back, bro. This one time we got invited to this party. All right. We were going to this party, and I kind of had a feeling, man, about not going to this party because there was a guy there that he didn't like necessarily want to fight me, but he didn't like me. Okay. It was over some stuff, hanging out with the wrong crowd, bro. Like I said, man, you can't trust anybody, and everybody ain't your friend, bro. Okay. I got to hanging out with these dudes, the wrong crowd, bro. And then some stuff ended up popping off, man. And, some money didn't end up getting into, the hands of certain people. And now all of us friends are beefing. Okay, we're beefing over nothing, really. Okay, because all it was some stolen stuff that we used to do back in the day. Okay, but anyways, we end up going to this party, right? And I'm going to this party. I have my 3 best friends with me, bro. Okay, I walk into this party, bro, and there's that guy that I had just told you about. He's not trying to fight me, but he don't like me. Okay, because of some stuff I told you, some money that got split the wrong way, bro, and he's upset about some money. He don't want to wait until another lick comes along and he can get his cut. He's trying to force money out of all of us at this point, right? He's just being upset and being impatient. So we walk into this party, bro. All right. And he automatically sees me, and he starts, his boys are hyping him up. He's got like 4 or 5 dudes with him. Okay. And his boys start hyping him up, right? They're all hyping him up. Now, I want you guys to understand something. This dude was a senior and I was a sophomore. Okay. This dude was a senior and I was a sophomore. Okay. So his friends is all hyping him up and stuff, right? I'm like looking over at him, and he's not coming over, so I don't think he wants any problems. It just looks like his friends is hyping him up. So I turn around, I start talking to my friends, my group of friends that I told you. Okay. And as I'm talking to my group of friends, bro, something told me to turn around real quick. Okay. So I'm talking to my group of friends, bro, and I turn around real quick, and this dude had ran from across the room, bro, and punched me straight in the damn face. Okay. This is what he did, bro. He ran from across the room. It was that quick. He looked like he wasn't doing nothing. He looked like he was sitting in the corner, bro. I turned around and started talking to my friends, and my back is toward him. I don't see him at all. Okay. So some told me just to turn around, bro. It's like that 6th sense, bro. Some told me to turn around. And I turn around, and right as I turn around, bro, he is connecting, bro, with a straight right, bro, onto the side of my face, bro. Now you got to understand, this dude was a senior, and I was a sophomore. Okay, so he ran from straight across the room with my back turned. He hit me like a sucker. I want you to understand that first and foremost. He hit me like a sucker, bro. Okay, straight sucker punch, bro. All right, and he didn't even knock me out, and he didn't even knock me down. Okay, it almost knocked me down. It was one of those punches that I ate it so clean that I kind of just stumbled over. I hopped on my one leg, like my balance before I was about to fall over, and I caught myself. And when I caught myself, I realized what he did, and I ran straight at him. And you guys got to understand, man, I was an all-state wrestler. Okay. I've been wrestling up in this point for 2 years. Okay. So I ran at this guy, and I picked him up, and I slammed him through this table. And I'm telling you the truth, no exaggerations. I don't make nothing up. All right. If my boys is here that was there that night, they would tell you exactly what happened. Okay. I picked him up fireman's carry style, and I slammed him through a table. Okay. And I landed on top of him, and I mounted him like a full mount in the UFC. I'm telling you the straight up swear to God truth, bro. I mounted him like the UFC, and I started left, right, left, right, left, right. And all he could do was cover up. I'm telling you on my mama, all he could do was cover up. Okay. He covered up. That's all he could do. And I'm left, right, left, right, left, right. And all of a sudden, bro, I felt this. I don't know. It felt like a brick hit me in the back of my head. Okay. I fell on the ground, and I realized that the dude had hit me with a full 40 bottle over my head. Okay. His friend did. Okay. The dude that was on the ground, his friend hit me over the back of the head with a 40 bottle. Okay. So I hit the ground, At this point, I'm almost like kind of like I'm concussed, bro. I'm like almost out of it, right? And then he jumps on top, and the dude that I was on top of, he jumps on top of me. Okay. And he's trying to punch me, and I cover up my head, and I'm just covering up my body. I'm in a shell defense at this point because my head, I'm disoriented. I just got hit in the head with a 40 bottle, bro, by a big ass dude. Okay. He damn near broke the crap over my head. I believe it broke, but like I said, all I know is that's what hit me, bro, and it disoriented me, and I hit the ground, and I started covering my head up, and then his friends started jumping in. Now, here's what the good part of the story. All right, I have 3 friends with me, bro. Okay, 3 of my best friends, bro. Okay, do you know what? Not one of them came to my aid. Do you know not one of them came and pulled the guys? Those 4 guys started to jump me. Okay. I told you he was with 4 guys. So he was on top of me. And then his other 3 buddies started stomping me and kicking me on the ground. Okay. And I'm covered up in like a ball position trying to protect myself at this point. Okay. And here I got my other 3 friends over there, bro. And they did absolutely nothing, bro. I got stomped out at this party, bro. Okay. And I had to get up and run. Okay. So this is how should show you how much heart and how much strength I got. Okay. Cause I already told you I was beating the brakes off the one dude. The dude hit me over the head with a 40. That was the only way they got me disoriented and got me on the ground in a vulnerable position. Okay. I was able to fight up out of that, bro. And I ran to the front door, and I ended up running to my car and ended up getting in my car and driving home. So here's the moral of the story, bro. As I told you, as I proved to you time and time and time and time and time again, bro, and why you can't trust nobody, and how I'm telling you, bro, it's just going to take the right situation for these people's true character to come out, bro. Okay. You can't trust anybody. Everybody's not your friend, bro. All right. This is the first time I had to learn my lesson the hard way, bro. Okay. I just told you the next time after that is when I first got something on my record, bro, because I didn't do anything. I was an innocent bystander on my mama's life, on my life, on my children's life, bro. I was an innocent bystander. I didn't do nothing. I didn't touch this dude's house. I didn't even get out of the car. Bro. And they went up and they beat this guy's house to a pulp. Okay. And only because they were able to recognize me, because I was the only dark-skinned person at the scene, and I was the only dark-skinned person that went to my school. So when the detectives came to my school, they pointed me out. And I did not tell on my friends. I tried to be tough and I tried to be hard. And guess what I got hit with, fellas? I got hit with that whole rap, bro. I took the whole rap. Since I didn't tell on them, they charged me with the whole thing, bro. Okay? I did, and I didn't even do nothing. All right? I got hit with that big-ass fine, bro. And none of my friends contributed. None of my friends came to help me. None of my friends came to my aid. None of my friends apologized. Matter of fact, I lost every single one of those friends. Okay. And this is why I'm here to tell you. Okay. I'm showing you. Okay. And this is why I'm here today in 2025 telling you that this hasn't gotten any better. This has actually gotten worse. Okay. Because I said you have this spiritual war that we're in. Okay. We're fighting a battle that you can't see with your eyes, guys. This is why you got to use your third eye. This is why your third eye is so important. It's called the third eye for a reason, fool, because you can't see the things that are happening. You can't see this warfare that is happening in the 3D with these 2 eyes unless you are awake or aware. Okay. And the only way you're going to be awake or aware is if you raise your kundalini, bro. All right. This is why we're practicing semen retention. All right. Because it raises this fire in us. It raises our conscience. It raises our frequency. All right. It cracks that third eye. And this is why I'm able to see things so well. And give you guys this perspective on things that you might not see. But I guarantee you that most of you guys out there are going to experience this in your life very, very soon. Okay. This is the world of the fallen. Just because you're not experiencing these things that I'm talking about doesn't mean it's not going to happen to you. Okay. It's going to happen to you. I promise you, there's nobody going to leave this planet without experiencing these things that I've just talked about. Okay. And this is what I want you guys to understand. It's important for you guys to know, man, that you can't just be out here just trusting anybody in 2025. It's just
That's what I
not
do. I wouldn't
safe.
throw on no jewelry.
It's just not safe. Okay. So I'm going to bring up this other video real quick. Give me 1 second, guys.
You get stuck in a drama. What's up? The truth hurts. I'm gonna tell you something real. I want y'all to listen to me right now. Everybody, I want you to share this live, tag your friends and your family. Don't trust your friends. I'm gonna say it again. Don't trust your friends. Everybody ain't for you. Everybody don't want to see you win. And they be the main ones that help you lose. They be the main ones you ride with, you eat with, you hanging with, you party with, share money with, cry with. Be the main one that set you up. They will set you up. Sit right at your table. Look right at your face. I love you. I got your back. If your friends put you in a bad situation to get yourself caught up, they ain't your friends. They are not your friends. Anybody that put me in a bad situation, you ain't my friend. You ain't my homie. That ain't your home girl. Friends help you out. Friends make sure you win. Friends make sure you free. Friends make sure you happy. You got to earn it. Everybody ain't your friend. You got to earn it. You got to earn. A friend is a title. Everybody ain't no friend. They your enemy. They your failure. They your hurt. They your pain. They your tears. They your stress. Them ain't your friends. They your enemy. Give you a hug and they'll cross you. Give you a hug and talk bad about you. You ain't my friend, bro. You get me in trouble, I'm in trouble. If I hang around you, you got problems, they my problems. If I ride with you, you go somewhere, you got enemies, I got enemies.
So I want to speak on this point that he just said real quick, because again, it just referred to the story that I just told you on how you're supposed to be my friend, right? If I got so-called enemies, they're your so-called enemies and vice versa. We're supposed to stand up for each other. This is what friends are supposed to do. They're supposed to protect each other, right? I just sat there and told you what multiple of my friends let me go through, okay? All the way up into my adult years, okay? You cannot trust people out here. Let me get you guys to understand something. Most of you guys will sit up here and say, "Oh, I got so many friends. I got so many friends, da 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 this, da da da, friends that, friends this." Listen, friends are just not there to be your hype man. Friends are not there just to be your yes man. Real friends are going to tell you your rights and your wrongs. Okay. They're going to look out for you. Okay. We're talking about people who have your best interest. Okay. They're not going to let you sit up there and be in your ego all day. Okay. Real friends are going to be real friends. These are the people that you can trust with your life. These are the people who are going to tell you when you're doing something that could possibly harm your life. These are real friends. Let me tell you what I see, what most of us have in 2025. Most of us have these people that we think are so-called friends. Oh, I'm about to go to my casino. I'm about to go to casino with my friends. Okay, first of all, if you that was your real friend wouldn't just be wanting you to consistently go to casino and throw away your money. See, this is where you guys are going to think this is a joke, and this is how I know most of you guys are low vibrational. And this is why you're going to be taken advantage of your friends. This is why you're going to be robbed. This is why you're going to be set up, because you're gullible. Okay. Ain't no real friend going to let his friend go to casino and blow all this money. A real friend is going to be trying to help him find different ways to invest his money so he can come up. Okay. A real friend is not going to let a man continue to run down the road of addiction. Okay. Without giving him some inspiring words. All right. To uplift his situation. That's what real friends do. Okay. Real friends are not going to be going to the bar and buying 4 or 5 shots and having you chase shots and laughing at you as you get pissy drunk and you fall all over the bar. Okay. And then you storm out of the damn bar, get in your car and drive home intoxicated and get in an accident and take someone's life. Okay. That's not what real friends do. Real friends don't act like that. Okay. Real friends were the real friends you had when you was young. Like I said, they'll just go out and just hang out with you just to be with you. They could just come over and just sit with you all day. I miss those real friends. Okay. I had friends like that 4th and 5th and 6th grade. Okay. I've never had any friends like that since, bro, because all the friends out here today, okay, keep on keeping you in the same toxic ways. Going out to the clubs, chasing the women, okay, smoking the blunts, smoking the backwoods, okay, experimenting with new drugs, okay, going out and happen to get drunk and intoxicated to have a good time, okay, talking you into doing things that are just going to be wrong for you, okay, and you know there's a whole big list that I got of things like that I'm not going to even try to say on YouTube. You know what I'm getting at, okay, those friends, those people who are insinuating those things to you, okay? This is how you know who your real friends are, okay? Your real friends are going to be like damn near your mother or your father, okay? They're going to have your best interest, bro. They're really going to be looking out for you, man. And if they're not doing that, if they're not showing you that, if they're making jokes underneath their breath to you, okay, if they're teasing you about things, if they're doing any of these different things other than what I had just said, okay, you got a covert friend. You got somebody who's undercover, who's jealous of you, who's using you, all right, who is just waiting for the opportune time, bro, okay, to come against you, all right, to use something against you. I'm telling you what I've learned, people. I'm telling you on what I've seen over my years of this life, okay? There ain't nobody trustable out here, all right? I see women out here dating guys that they don't even like. And then you're going to try to tell me that they're friends. You're trying to tell me how many relationships end up broken up and how many guys will sit up here and tell you that they girl is their best friend. This is why I'm telling you, you guys have no idea, no clue what you're talking about. Okay, this definition, this term that we call friends, bro. Okay, because not many of us have them, bro. All right, I'm telling you, not many of us have them. And if they're going to be anything, they're going to be, close family members. Okay, mothers, fathers, maybe a brother if you're lucky, maybe a sister if you're lucky. Okay, those are the closest you're going to get. Or maybe if you find your divine partner lucky, okay, which is rare, finding, a male and a female, all right, who are not family member, who can actually come together in the energy as one and become true friends as well as lovers. That's rare. Okay. So when I tell you, you ain't got no friends out here, you better believe me, you ain't got no friends out here, man. And everybody out here that's walking around in these groups pretending they got friends, you should be looking at that as mighty suspect, bro, because all of those people, bro, have their agenda in play, okay, on what it is that they're trying to get from the other person. Some of us people use people just to compare our lives together. Some of us people are friends with people, bro, just because we're insecure about certain things. Some of us, like I said, most of us have friends in our lives just to compare, okay? That's the transaction that we're getting in the modern day in 2025 with friends. This is what the society has done to us as people, bro. Okay. This is what's going on. All right. And if I were you, I'm telling you guys to take this message very seriously. Don't play around with this message, guys. I'm telling you the truth, man. All right. Everybody's not your friend. You have to protect yourself in 2025, bro. Okay. Not many of us have real friends, all right? And you must understand that.
Enemies are my enemies. It don't work like that. Handle your problems. Handle your situation. Everybody that call you don't want the best for you. Everybody that come in your house don't want the best for you. I don't trust these folks like that. I just don't. You done lost your mind thinking that your friends really do love you. You think your friends love you like that? You telling your friends all your business, everything you do and say around your friends, and you think your friends ain't gonna tell on you? You really think your friends really got your back? When you get shut down, get sick, locked down, where your friends at? Everybody can't stay with you. You invite your friends into your house, they take advantage of your house. They take advantage of your peace. When your friends move in with you, you got rules. I got bills. Respect my house. Clean my house. You mess up, clean up. You don't clean up, you get out. Some of these friends think because we friends, you do what you want to do. You can't do what you want to do in my house. I don't give a damn who you will. Clean the bathroom, you use it. Wash the dishes, you eat. Sweep the floor, you waste some. Come on now. All friends ain't friends. You stay in my house. You don't want to help me on the bills, get your ass out. I'm being real. I'm being real. I don't let nobody stay with me no more. I don't give a damn who get mad. I don't let everybody ride with me no more. Cause you ain't going no damn well. If I hang with you, I ain't going no damn well. I'm all about building, healing, success. Listen, learn, comprehend what I'm saying. I want y'all to hear me right now. Everybody ain't your friend.
Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, ones we can depend on. Let's be friends.
Friends are what we use every day. Most of the time we use it in the wrong way. Now you can look the word up again and again, but the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friends. And if you ask me, you know I couldn't be much help, because a friend's somebody you judge for yourself. Some are okay and they treat you real cool, and some mistake your kindness for being the fool. We like to be with some because they're funny. Others come around when they need some money. Some you grew up with around the way, and you're still real close to this very day. Homeboys through the summer, winter, spring, and fall. And then there's some we wish we never knew at all. And this list goes on again and again. But these are the people that we call friends.
How many of us have them? Friends, ones we can depend on. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends,
Friends. Yeah. We use that term loosely, too loosely. Everybody ain't your friend. We use that term loosely, too loosely. Yeah. Everybody ain't your friend.
Remember, you said I could go to the party.
All them hoods you got in trouble with today is going to be at that party. And you don't need to be getting yourself in no more trouble.
It's not going to be that type of crowd. Look, all my friends are going to be there.
I don't give a damn if Marvin Gaye going to be there. You won't. You understand? You don't know how to act no way. The last time I let you go out, you didn't come in until it was time for me to go to work.
Look, Pop, if you let me go out this time, I promise I'll be back before curfew.
Listen, it'd be different if Peter Parrish was going to be there. I wouldn't mind you going to the party. But they ain't. They work nights just like I do. Matter of fact, the more I think about it, them folks are going out of town. You kids think y'all slick, don't you? Oh, no. Every little step you take will be around this bedroom tonight. You can believe that. You're not going nowhere.
Make me a social misfit.
Boy, I'm trying to make you a responsible person.
But I am too responsible.
Listen, get your act together. Keep your mind on them books and off them gals. Because you mess around and make the same mistake I did.
Message. And that's the message, guys. That's the message for friends. How many of us have them, bro? Let's keep it 1,000, man. Okay? Let's keep it 1,000. after everything we've just talked about, after how we understand what we're living in, the times that we're living in, we're seeing it, bro. You trying to sit here and tell me that this is not what's going on? Are you trying to tell me, bro, that self-centeredness is not what's going on right now? That there's disobedience everywhere, that there's deceit everywhere, bro, that people appear to serve God, bro, but they will not accept his power to help them. This is all we see in 2025. All right. We're seeing people prioritize their desires over others, bro. We're seeing people disrespect their parents. We see people out here lying, bro, without self-control. What more do we need to understand about this topic of friends, bro, and how many of us have them? Okay. Because I really, truly don't believe most of the people out there have friends. They don't understand what real friends are. Okay. The real friends, like I said, that you had, they were back in your elementary days. Those were your real friends, bro. Okay. And if you were lucky enough to grow up with those same friends and they were able to go through these these turmoils of life and battle through all of these ups and downs just as you, and they're still by your side, then that's a real friend. Okay. That's a real friend. All right. Not these people that just all of a sudden came your friend because you came into a new career. Okay. All right. Those are not your friends. All right. Those are your associates. All right. And they should not be misconstrued with the term of friend. They're not going to be there for you. They're not your family. They do not have your best interests. Okay. And that's all I want to talk about on this subject. Okay. I just want to reiterate this one more time, guys, before I let this go. You got to understand, don't let this one go over your head, man. Most of you guys out there are surrounded by these so-called friends. All right. And they don't have your best interests, man. All right. And these people could bring you down. All right. Pretty bad if you let them. So just protect yourself. All right, guys. So this next thing I want to talk about, the benefits of semen retention are unmatched. Now, listen, guys, I don't understand people, man. I truly don't understand. I've shared with you guys in the community post on how I've been finding these guys left and right. Okay, left and right, I've been finding these guys talking about, I'm on 5 years of semen retention, man. But this is my first video. Okay, I've been on 5 years of semen retention, but this is my first video, man. Okay, I'm just gonna go right here. I've been doing this for 5 years, man. I haven't documented a thing, man. I don't have no knowledge. I don't know nothing about the sacral secretion. I don't know nothing about spermatogenesis, man. I don't know nothing about none of that. All I know is I've been retaining my seed for 5 years. This is this is what's all over our internet, bro. Okay, you have all these people going around proclaiming that they have been doing semen retention for this extreme amount of time. Now, I want you to understand something. You wouldn't see a whole bunch of this popping up on the internet, popping up on our FYPs for no reason. When I tell you that semen retention is a real practice, bro, that has real benefits, that can really change somebody's life around completely better than any other program that I've ever seen, bro, I kid you not. Okay. And it's absolutely free. This is one thing I want you to understand. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing but that good old discipline word. That's all it costs you, man. All right. And your whole life is going to change. When I tell you guys that these benefits are unmatched, they're unmatched, man. All right. When I'm talking about the levels of creativity, man, bro, I'm not even an artist like that, bro. But I all of a sudden fell into a touch of music, bro. I can write songs, man. I'm all of a sudden editing and creating music, bro. I'm all of a sudden doing all these different things that I've never had the ability to do, that all came on the onset of me going on these long streaks of retention. When I tell you that the creativity is unmatched, bro. Okay. We're talking about a guy who was walking around average, bro. We're talking about a guy who didn't have it as far as the intellect and the knowledge went. Okay. I was a hardhead. I was a football player. All I cared about was running people over with a football, bro. Okay. I wasn't in this state of mind. All right. And now that I have gotten the chance to go on this long journey of semen retention, I see all these profound benefits, bro. I've taken everything in my life. I've taken the creatines, I've taken the proteins, I've never taken steroids, I've taken just about every supplement under the sun except steroids. Okay. As far as like enhancement goes, all right, trying to enhance myself for college. Okay. I've tried everything. I've tried different workouts. Okay. I've read different books, bro. I've tried so many different programs, man. And here I am later in my life, bro, doing something that I never thought I would do is that being a teacher of this practice, only because I have gone on this journey for myself and I have gathered all the knowledge and wisdom. Okay. I've gone through all of these different chapters of my life and I've came to this conclusion, okay, on how I look at myself in the mirror every single day, how I'm always giving myself positive affirmations, how I'm always having this good high vibrational frequency energy. I'm always in a state of happiness, bro. I have created the heaven on earth in my own mind. I told you, it doesn't matter what the outside world can do. They can try all they want. They can keep trying, man. I've had so many crazy things go on in my life, bro, that nothing surprises me anymore. Okay. But since I've been retaining my seed, bro, I've never had the growth. I've never experienced, bro, this type of power in my life. And I want to read some of these benefits to you guys to get you guys to understand, man, that this is no joke. Okay. This is no joke, you guys. All right. And I know that most of you guys that are out there that are on the retention, bro, you can sit here and testify and tell and know that I'm telling these guys the truth. Okay. The benefits are unmatched, bro. There is nothing out there that I can recommend, man, that is going to give you the glow up as a retainer. Okay. When I talk about you're going to enhance the way you look, you're going to enhance the way you think, you're going to enhance the way you feel, bro. Your confidence is going to go through the roof, bro. All right. Your muscles, all right. Your body, man. All right. Your voice, your hair, your eyes, all right. The way that you carry yourself, bro. Your intellect, bro. The way that you have everything in order in your life. There is nothing else out there on the internet, bro, that is going to match the power of a man retaining his seed. Okay. I am telling you guys this, man. All right. If there was some kind of class, if I had the power right now to put together some kind of program and a class, man, we would be raising people out of this community, bro, to be very big leaders in this world, bro. This is the type of power that semen retention has, bro. Okay. Because it really creates the man that you're supposed to be. Okay. When I'm telling you guys, when your balls are full, bro, you can conquer whatever it is that you want in your life. And you do it with a tenacity, bro, to win, to never give up. Okay. To have that attitude, to have that energy and that passion behind whatever it is that you're doing, bro, is a whole lot of force going in one direction. Okay. And it's going to be very hard to stop that momentum. All right. And this is why things just get easier for you. This is why life gets better. This is why you're able to transmute no matter what kind of energy that you're dealing with, bro. You become the master alchemist on retention, bro. The benefits are unmatched. There is nothing else out there, bro. Okay. If this was the limitless pill, bro, from the movie Limitless, bro, this would be it, bro. Okay. Semen retention is the limitless pill, bro. Okay. The longer you go, the more that you keep taking these pills, okay, the more that your power is going to expand and grow. And I cannot make this up. So what I want to do is I want to read a couple of these benefits to you guys real quick. And I want you guys to understand, man, that I've experienced all of these things and more. Okay. All of these things and more. And I'm going to go over them one by one and I'm going to give you my little 2 cents on them. So guess what? The first thing that it says on the list, fellas, it says increased stamina. Okay. Now here's what I want to tell you. Okay. Now I'm not a person that goes around and I just want to lift heavy weights. I don't do that anymore. Okay. I told you when you get on semen retention, you really find out what you're really supposed to be doing with your body. Okay. And we understand as a man, what we're supposed to be doing with our bodies is what? Our balls are supposed to be full and our stomach's supposed to be empty. Okay. I know you guys have seen the post. I posted several videos about this. I've talked about how this is how Christ raised his manna to heaven. Okay, I told you guys this is how you become the ultimate man, bro. Okay, because you're surviving off of your own nutrition, bro. You don't understand what this does to your body, man. This is the transformation, man. I'm telling you, bro. This is the super serum from Captain America. You have it right in your own body, bro. Okay. And when you let this energy circulate through your body and it travels around your body, especially when it gets into your brain, bro, like I said, you're tapped in, bro, to a whole nother level of power. Okay. This is a superpower of man. I told you that semen retention equals Superman. I cannot make this up, bro. Okay. It's because all of these things increase tenfold. Your stamina goes through the roof. Okay. I'm a type of person, bro, who likes to do stamina type of workouts. I'm not in the workout game anymore to be lifting all heavy. Okay. I'm not in the workout game to be doing that. If that was the case, I'd be stuffing my mouth with all this heavy, dense matter food like meat. Okay. Weighing down my avatar, weighing down my body. You guys don't understand, man. You guys are so brainwashed by society that you actually think that you look good with all that muscle and all that fat and all that inflammation on your body. Okay. That might be something you really, I don't know when you guys are going to wake up and see it, bro. Hopefully you wake up soon, man. Okay. Because you're ass backwards. Okay. You're letting these people lead you down the wrong path. Okay. You're decreasing your life instead of increasing your life. I thought we were supposed to be logical, smart men up here retaining our seed. Okay. Because if you were, you would understand, man, that you're going the wrong way in life when you head that way. Okay. The way that you need to be looking at life to have a sharp mind, to be smart, to have your wits on point, bro, to have everything in your body connected, bro, have yourself in full alignment, bro, spiritually and mentally, bro. Okay. Is you want to be walking around with your balls completely full and your stomach empty, bro. Okay. This creates that super stamina. Okay. The fasting is the key to healing the body, bro. Fasting is the key to creating all of this human growth hormone. All of these things that you guys proclaim that you want in your life comes from this process of a man retaining his seed and understanding that he has to get himself in alignment with his true self. Okay. You don't want anything to be blocking your mind. You don't want any type of brain fog. This is why I'm telling you guys the stamina, okay, that comes with retaining your seed, okay, is incredible. It is unmatched, bro. If I was a runner, if I was a sprinter, which I'm not, okay, I'm far from that stage, but I do jump rope. Okay. I do a lot of jumping in place. Okay. I do a lot of squats. I do a lot of pistol squats. I do a lot of stuff like that. Okay. And I'm telling you guys, man, I'm telling you guys, man, I literally feel like I'm in my 20s. Okay. Literally while I'm on semen retention and I'm fasting. There is nothing that I've ever done, bro, that I've had this much stamina and this much energy, bro. It's unmatched. There's nothing I've done. You're talking to a collegiate Division I All-American football player, and I still have not been able to match the levels, okay, of energy that I have got on semen retention, bro. All right. And I look back at my career, my life, and all the things that I've did, bro. And all I thought about is, man, I couldn't imagine if I would have went through college retaining my seed, if I could have made it through college retaining my seed, bro, on how much better of an athlete I would have been. Okay. I probably would have been a 2,000-yard rusher all day long. I'm not even kidding you guys. 2,000-yard rusher, 30 touchdowns. That's what I see myself as. That's the type of energy that I feel, okay, right now in my current timeline, bro, as I'm retaining my seed, bro. This is how I feel. All right. The next thing that I felt that's so true. All right. And it's the truth. And I'm going to tell you how it's the truth, man. Okay, is you get improved immunity. I like to call it the super immunity. Let me tell you guys something, man. I was working in the shop here, bro, and I was working with around a bunch of people who were constantly sick. I want you guys to hear me out here, man. I was working around a bunch of people that were constantly sick, bro. Okay, always sick. They had little ones that went to school. They would come to work and they would always bring the colds to work. Okay, and I worked there for well over 2 years, bro. Okay, well over 2 years, bro. And every single person in there, okay, there was probably like 8 or 9 people Okay. Every single person in that building got bloody down sick, bro. Okay. And I'm talking sick, bro. All right. Guess who's the only person in the building who never got sick in over those 2 years, bro? Was me. I never got sick one time. You guys don't seem to understand on how this builds your immunity. Okay. I talked about the vitamins and the minerals that you create in your body that you can't find in any other supplement on the market. Bro, they are taking your supplements. Okay. They're taking your seed. This is why they buy your seed. This is why they harvest your seed when you squirt it in a napkin and flush it down the toilet. Okay. They are harvesting your seed, your essence, and reselling it back to us as top tier expensive supplements. Okay. And these supplements boost your immunity. Okay. Bro, well, I'm telling you guys, we have the secret, bro. We have the liquid gold between our legs. We have the absolute fountain of youth, bro, as a man, which is our life force energy, bro, our mana, bro. I'm telling you on what it is, man. These are all the things that I've experienced, okay? And I'm telling you for a fact, bro, and still to this day that I have not been sick. Okay. I've not been sick, and I've been put in some pretty nasty situations, man. I've been put in some situations where I done ran into mold growing in places in people's houses, and they're hella sick. And then I didn't end up getting sick, bro. I'm not sitting here and trying to tell you I'm Superman, but you're missing the point here. Okay. Your immunity is so much higher than the average person out here. Okay. That is a superpower, bro, all in all by itself. Okay. Improved immunity. Now, here's this next thing that I want to talk about. This one goes on your mind a little bit more. I want to talk about how you guys are going to improve relationships. How are you going to experience improved relationships? Listen, man. When you're on retention, bro, you're just so in control of your emotions. You're so in control of your logic. You're so in control of the words. Okay. You think before you speak, bro. Okay. All of these things go together to make your communication with others absolutely 100% authentic. Okay. And when I tell you that you can talk to anybody, hold a conversation with anybody, build a relationship with anybody, build a trust within anybody just within a 10 to 5 minute conversation, I'm telling you it's the truth. Okay. Because here's the thing, when you're being authentic, you're not having to act, bro. Okay. You're not having to try to force a belief on someone. Okay. This is something people are inherently going to know. Okay. And when people inherently trust you, okay, this builds better trust in relationships. This is why every single person can testify and come in here and tell you the benefits of retaining your seed, bro. Okay. And how relationships in this aspect dramatically improve. Okay. Because I'm telling you the truth on what it is, man. You become a complete character. You become a complete man on semen retention. Okay. The next thing that you feel, bro, is you get controlled aggression. I told you guys, man, listen, a lot of people want to sit here and say, I heard people say, oh, you get angry on semen retention when I told you guys that's cap. Okay. That's cap. Okay. Only the people who are getting angry on semen retention are the guys, bro, who have truly been struggling with this journey. Okay. We're talking about guys that are stuck in the 1 to 2, 3 week, okay, journey. We're not talking about guys that's made it 3, 6, 9 a year. Okay. We understand that is now called controlled aggression. Okay. Because you are now in control of your energy. You understand on what you're working with, bro. You understand the power that you're working with, and everything comes across more softly. Okay. You're in control. Let me explain something to you guys. We talked about how when we are depleted as men, bro, we get irritable. Okay. I want you to think about that. That's the number one symptom, bro, that we get, bro, as men out here. When we're releasing our seed, we get irritable. Okay. And you got to understand, when you're retaining that, bro, okay, you're controlling that irritable. Okay. You're controlling that irritability, bro. All right. And this is where that controlled aggression comes in. You are perfect when it comes to this. Now, the other thing that I really like that I haven't talked a whole lot about, because I'm not sitting here trying to promote this, is the high sex drive. Okay. I had an incredibly high drive. I told you guys I could last for so long on retention. I'm not bragging about it. It's just something to show you, okay, when you go long enough, what you build up. Okay. These are benefits. These are things that we don't look at as positive, man. Okay. We're able to bring our partner a long lasting session, man. Okay. I'm talking about we're able to bring our partners 3-4 times in one session before we even think about releasing our energy. Okay. That is a bonus. That is a plus, bro. I absolutely love it. Okay. I love what semen retention has done to my aspect or this aspect of my life. Okay. The next thing that you get is you get super smarter. Guys, what does super smarter mean? Does it mean you're just going to naturally know everything in a book? No, what it means is everything that you now study, everything that you now put your energy to, okay, you're going to be able to retain that information a hell of a lot easier. Thus, meaning that you're going to be able to regurgitate those things, all right, that you have just now taken in and repeat them a lot easier. Okay. This is what I mean by making you smarter. Okay, because it's going to make your mind sharper. You're going to think a hell of a lot sharper. There's not going to be any brain fog. All right. You're going to be able to retain large amounts of information. Okay. This is what I mean by smarter. And this is a superpower, guys. Listen, when I tell you that these benefits are unmatched, believe me, they are unmatched. Okay. The next thing, improved memory. Now, I just sat there and told you, you're going to retain all the information that you have just taken in. And I'm going to tell you straight off the top of my head, bro, that since I've been doing semen retention, bro, I have not had to write anything down. Okay. I never write anything down. Everything that I say on these streams, bro, I look at it and then I'm able to retain the information, bro. And I'm able to pull it out when I want to reach into my archives and read to you whatever it is that I had just taken in. This is just the facts. Okay. And again, semen retention couldn't have happened to a better person. Okay. Because before all of this, I didn't have these abilities. I didn't have these gifts. So I can only imagine for somebody out there who's actually already has these gifts, how much stronger you're going to get in these aspects. Okay. You're going to get so much better in your life, you guys. This is the ultimate supplement that a man can get, bro. Okay. There is nothing out there better than semen retention. All right. The last thing that I want to talk about, actually, the last two things that I want to talk about, you get better, clearer skin. Now, this is where we talk about the glow, guys. Okay. We talked about the glow so many times, man. This is one of my favorite benefits of semen retention, bro, is the glow. Bro, I get so many compliments on my skin, man. People always ask me, what do I put on my skin? And I tell them straight up, nothing. I really don't, bro. My skin be shining, bro. It reminds me of like a new paint job, bro. Okay. On the human body, because you got to understand when your lymphatic system is clean, when your blood is clean, okay, when this seed is being redistributed throughout your body, bro, okay, and it's enhancing the way that you look, all right, bro, you are going to glow, man. All right. It is an everlasting glow, bro, that everybody can see, man. This is why I'm trying to tell you guys, man. Look, bro, if you were really out there trying to improve your life, if you were really out there trying to be the best that you can be, bro, all you need to do is go the distance, bro. All you need to do is put in these 90 days, bro. And I promise you, you're going to get some life-changing benefits, bro, like the glow. And the last thing that I want to talk about that I really like, actually, the last two, sorry, skipped one more. The last two that I want to talk about, brighter eyes and deeper voice. All right, here's this brighter eyes thing. This goes along with the glow. I don't know what semen retention does to making your eyes clearer and brighter, bro. I have not been able to find the science on this. I've been looking and looking and looking, and I haven't been able to find any exact science on why the eyes are clearer. But I'm telling you guys something right now, bro. My eyes have cleared up so much. All right. I have no idea why. Okay. And maybe because I've cleaned out a lot of toxins out of my body, that can help too, because semen retention attributed to that. Ever since I've been on semen retention, I've been on the cleanest, healthiest diet that I can be. I've been that detoxing my body, okay, all the time. I'm taking the best supplements. I'm getting the best sleep. Plus, I'm getting my minerals and nutrients retained back into my body, bro, from my organs, which is also boosting the collagen in the skin. Okay. So my eyes are starting to glow. My eyes are starting to stand out. Okay. Because they're also getting healthy. When I tell you guys that this is what's going to set you apart, bro, this is going to set you apart. I see so many guys out there, bro, that are constantly paying for these supplements. Fellas, bro, listen to me carefully, man. Spend your money on yourself, invest in yourself. Okay. Just do me this favor. Put in the time on yourself. Focus on yourself. See what you can do with all it is that you were born with. See what your best max potential is with the things that you were born with. Try to go natural as best as possible with your diet and your lifestyle, and see how all these things that I just told you that are going to enhance, that's going to make you stand out as a man. When I tell you that this works, it works, guys. Okay. I'm walking around here and I get compliments all the time. People think I'm always 15, 16, 17 years younger than I am, bro. All right. And I've been doing this for what? The last almost 4 years, man. And this has been one of my number one compliments. Before semen retention, I wasn't getting compliments like this. I wasn't getting people asking me how old I was, and then they were totally shocked and what figure out how old I was. Everything that I've been telling you has been post semen retention. Okay. All of these benefits, all of these things that have been happening to me, as well as my deeper voice, which is my number one favorite thing that I've gotten from semen retention. Now, when I'm talking, especially in public, when people see me, bro, there is a tone to your voice. Your voice gets toned on semen retention to a certain frequency. Okay. Depending on what it is in your DNA will determine on how your voice is going to turn out and how deep it is and how it's going to carry. All right. And when I talk in public, bro, I have a voice for some reason, bro, that can reach long distances. People hear my voice and they turn and they want to see who's talking. This is what I've been telling you guys, man. I've been telling you guys on how powerful my voice has become on semen retention. This is my number one tool, bro, that's been helping me get to where I want to get in this world. It's been the power of my throat chakra. Okay. And this all came from semen retention. This is my number one benefit of semen retention is the voice. I call it the voice of leadership, bro. Okay. You get this voice, bro, that is so profound, that is so full, that carries so much tone and frequency and weight, and it resonates with people, man. I see why there's so many guys who've done this in the past and they all became these leaders who led people, because you got to think about it. Everybody who's led a group of people has had a powerful voice. Think about all the powerful speakers that we've had. Okay. We can look at likes of like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Think about anybody who's had a powerful voice who's into sexual transmutation. Okay. It's showing you and displaying you to the gifts that we have that are in us as men. And this is my number one thing that I want to tell you guys that I absolutely love, bro, from my semen retention gifts is the power of my voice. Okay. That is the benefits. This is why semen retention benefits are unmatched to anything else out there, guys. I know you're retaining your seed. I know you're out there and you're hearing what I'm saying. I know you guys are relating to what I'm saying, bro. Okay. This is for the people out there who are still questioning, what should I do with my life? Okay. Where do I want to go in my life? What direction do I want to go in my life? Well, here I'm trying to tell you, this is going to get you there 10 times quicker. It's going to benefit your life. It's going to boost your energy. It's going to give you stamina. It's going to clear your skin. It's going to give you better relationships. All right. It's going to give you controlled aggression. All right. It's going to give you the absolute most power that any man can gain, bro, from his natural ability. And this is why I want you guys to retain your seed. I'm going to play one more video for you guys, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. And then I'm going to get out of here. Give me 1 second, guys.
Satan wants.
They never taught you the truth about your seed, because if they did, you'd realize you've been throwing away your power. Your seed isn't just physical, it's spiritual technology. It contains life force, memory, and coding of your destiny. Every time you release carelessly, you trade gold for dust. Retention isn't just about abstaining, it's about transmutation. It builds your focus, magnetism, and clarity. You start to see through lies, your voice deepens, your walk changes, people feel your field before you speak. Why do you think every great sage fasted from sex before breakthroughs? Because semen retention activates the clean flame. That's the inner fire that burns away weakness, lust, and illusion. It is not about shame. It is about mastery. You don't need more corn. You need more purpose. You don't need more dopamine. You need more discipline. This is the secret they buried, because a man in control of his seed is a man they can't control. This is your moment. Choose your energy over escape, purpose over pleasure. Become the weapon they fear. They never taught you.
So you heard what he said, guys. Purpose over fear. Okay. This is what society is strategically done to us. All right. They have stripping us of our power. Okay. By releasing our energy as a man, we are easily controllable by lust. Okay. And I want you to understand, lust attacks us in many different ways. Okay. Lust isn't just sexually, bro. There's so many different lusts in this world. You can lust over plenty of other things, bro. Okay. It's the energy of lust which leads to the downfall of men. And this is why we are in the position that we were in. You guys got to understand, man. This is our power. Okay. Every drop wasted, bro. Okay. Every drop wasted is a weapon surrendered. I want you to understand that, bro. Every drop, bro, wasted is a weapon surrendered. This is why, bro, we are not in our full power. This is why I come up here and I'm trying to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, I'm giving you the passion. I'm telling you, bro, I'm not selling you. See, I'm telling you, bro, I'm not selling you, bro. I'm telling you what it is, man. And I so want you guys so bad to just give this a try, man. I want somebody else to get to this level so they can feel what I feel, bro. I want you to be on this level. I want you to know what it's like to seriously be tapped in, man. I want you to know what it feels like to seriously wake up in a happy mood every single day. I want you to seriously know what it's like, bro, to have true magnetism. I seriously want you to know what it's like, bro, to live a life, bro, where you're thinking from your higher self, man, where you seeing from your third eye, bro, where you're completely aware and awake of everything that's going on, and all you want to do is help others and enlighten others, man. This is the power, man. Why don't you guys want to experience this? Why are you guys still happy with sitting back, everything that's going on in this world? Okay. Why are you content with your life, man? Why don't you want to be the best that you can be? Why don't you want to contribute to help raising the frequency and the vibration of this world? We all sit here and we can complain about different things that we are upset with, that we don't like, that's going on in our modern world. And all we're doing is sitting back, bro, and not using our voice, because that voice has been taken away from us. I told you, man, you're supposed to be crying aloud, bro, as a man. You're supposed to be out here preaching the gospel, bro. You're supposed to be out here uplifting others, bro. You're supposed to be up here, bro, showing real men out in the real world how to bring masculinity back. This is our job, bro. But instead, man, we all sitting on the bench, bro. We all sitting in the bleachers being watchers, bro, in this game, bro. We in the fourth quarter and you still don't want to get off the bench, bro, and contribute in this game called life, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. We need to stop this madness, bro. We need to continue to uplift others. We need to continue to raise our energy and raise our frequency, bro, so we can be out here being our real selves, which is a real leader, bro. And this is all I really wanted to tell you guys, man. I just wanted to share with you guys today, bro, on how everybody out here should be careful, bro. Everybody out here don't got no real friends, man. Okay. We just don't, bro. Okay. Think about it, man. How many of us have real friends, bro? I question you. I question you to think about this, bro. How many of us out here have real friends? Do you have real friends? Have you been let down by friends before? Okay. And what is your outlook on 2025 and having real friends? So I appreciate everybody that came up in here, man. I thank you guys for stopping in tonight. Your boy's about to dip. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. You guys be safe out there. Take heed to the message, man. All right. Protect your energy. Understand, man, we're in the fourth quarter of the game, bro. What are you going to do? Are you going to ball out, bro? Are you going to ball out or are you just going to fold, bro? Okay. We all tired, bro. We all out here just want to just rest for a little bit, bro. We all want to take a break in this game called life. It's been tough on all of us, bro. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to give you that spark, that fire, that endurance that you're going to need to endure to the end, man. Okay. And this is the opportunity that we have as real men out here in the modern world by retaining our seed. So be smart out there, guys. Protect your seed. I love you guys. I will talk to you guys on the next one. You guys have a great rest of the weekend. Stay safe, fellas. Peace.
Remember, you said I could go to the party.
All them hoods you got in trouble with today is gonna be at that party, and you don't need to be getting yourself in no more trouble.
It's not gonna be that type of crowd. Look, all my friends are gonna be there.
I don't give a damn if Marvin Gaye gonna be there. You won't. You understand? You don't know how to act no way. The last time I let you go out, you didn't come in until it was time for me to go to work.
Look, Pop, if you let me go out this time, I promise I'll be back before curfew.
Listen, it'd be different if Peter Parrish was gonna be there. I wouldn't mind you going to the party, but they ain't. They work nights just like I do. Matter of fact, the more I think about it, them folks are going out of town. You kids think y'all slick, don't you? Oh no. Every little step you take will be around this bedroom tonight. You can believe that. You're not going nowhere.
Make me a social misfit.
Boy, I'm trying to make you a responsible person.
But I am too responsible.
Listen, get your act together. Keep your mind on them books and off them gals. Because you mess around and make the same mistake I did.
You betcha I listened to the Shaved Lion King.
Activate the Shaved Lion King.
You are now listening to Beantown Beats. You are now listening to Beantown Beats. You are now listening to Beantown Beats.
The shaved Lion King is one hell of a retainer, for real, for real.
If I call you a friend, I die for you. It's even if we don't communicate a Facebook. When I was raised in the trench by a straight crook. One lady see me on the street, grab the pocketbook. I'm sharp as a pocket knife on IG. This address on my ID should tell you I'm from Bankhead. You know not to try me. I put you over my knee and spank you up like my knees. I'm kicking Tai Chi until it's over, capiche? Friends. Yeah. We use that term loosely, too loosely. Everybody ain't your friend. We use that term loosely, too loosely. Yeah. Everybody ain't your friend.
Friends, how many of us